Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Jay Hendy with another new video. So this video is actually going to be a little bit different because um, I was doing a lot of thinking and I thought maybe I could tell you guys about how my first semester of college went. Not only do I want to share my experience, but I would think that this video can also help others. And yeah, when classes began, I was kind of like a little nervous because first semester I was actually undeclared. I was actually not yet in the film program. And yeah, so I was undeclared for like the first semester and I pretty much just took like general courses, and like 2 weeks in I just felt miserable, and I just I don't know, I just like felt miserable. I was like, why am I taking like all these classes? Like, I wish I could be like in the film program, taking classes that I want to take and, studying what I'm passionate about. And then I like tried to tell myself, okay, well, you're actually going to get, your general courses out of the way. So, don't stress out about it. And yeah, and I feel like, the transition from high school to college is so different, and pretty much every person that has said that, like, they're absolutely right. Like, the transition is hard, and, adjusting to college life is really hard, and yeah, so I just tried to work very, very hard, and I know a lot of people say, like, get involved, like, so that way you can, like, meet new people. So I actually got involved in the video production club, and we have meetings, like, every other week. And, yeah, and it's great to, like, get involved in all, but, like, probably, like, a month after, like, I had already been in college, I was, like, thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, you know what? It's my first semester of college. What I need to focus on more is school and academics, and I tried to tell myself, like, this is what I'm here for. And also in like the beginning of September, like after I had moved in and after like I had began classes, I went to this job fair, and I was thinking about looking for a part-time job on campus since I was going to be living on campus for my first year. And I had also left my old job at the grocery store. So yeah, so I was trying to look for a job, and I didn't really find what I was looking for. And so then I like said to myself, okay, well, you know what? It's your first semester. What's more important is school. And yeah, so that's pretty much what I tried to like tell myself, that school's really important and that I gotta take school very, very seriously. And I also would go home every weekend, and my parents were very supportive of that I wanted to come home on the weekends, and I really do appreciate them, picking me up from school and driving me back to school. I really do appreciate them doing that, and I really do appreciate them supporting me that I want to come home every weekend. And yeah, so, and when I'm also home on the weekends, I really do enjoy being home. Not only do I enjoy, like just being in my room and stuff, I also enjoy, just playing with the dog and whatever. And my dog actually gets so excited whenever I come home on the weekends. And yeah, so that's that. And yeah, just pretty much adjusting. And, once you get into college, it's like really hard. And yeah, so school was pretty much the only thing I needed to focus on. And pretty much every weekend, like when my dad would come to pick me up, he would always ask me, be like, did you work hard this week? Like, what did you accomplish? And how much time did you put into studying? And, I would like tell him, and I was being honest with him. And I would tell him that I'm taking school very, very serious. So, and that's what I would say to myself pretty much I would come back every Monday because I would have a class that would start late. So on Monday mornings when I would come back, I would tell myself and be like, okay, this week, and I would like write out like what I'm gonna do. So I'll be like, okay, like this week at this time, like I'm gonna go to the writing center. I'm gonna do my homework at this time. So I feel like that really had helped me. And the last 2 weeks of the semester were like really stressful for me. I'm not even kidding. I feel like I've never worked so hard in my life. And I kept telling myself, I'm like, you know what, Julia, like it's gonna be worth it in the end. So I pretty much worked really hard. I studied for like ever, and I tried like so hard to like get everything together. And I'm like, okay, you know what? As long as I finish strong, like that's all like I care about right now. Like when I was taking my finals, I'm like, okay, like I need to do well, like I need to do really well and, you know, get good grades, because not only does getting good grades matter to me, but I feel like it matters to like my parents as well, because the reason why I'm in college is to get an education, and that's what I like tell myself all the time. And yeah, so one night I was like sitting in my dorm room and I was asking myself, okay, what am I doing here? Why am I here? So I pretty much asked myself those questions, and I had said to myself that, you know, I wanted to go to school where it wasn't that far, and I also wanted to go to school where they had a great film program, because that is something that I really want to do. And you know, I was telling myself that, you know what, it is hard in the beginning, but I need to work with what I've got. But also, you know, learning to be on your own is also hard. And, you know, I've told myself, you know what, this is a learning experience. Learning to be on my own and learning to be away from home, it's a learning experience, and I need to be able to get something out of it. One of my guy friends actually goes to my college with me, and you know, I'm really lucky to have him there. And you know, if I'm just sitting in my dorm or doing whatever, he'll text me and he'll tell me that like he's going out, you know, with the group of friends that I had met through him. um, you know, he'll tell me that like he's going out and be like, hey, like, do you want to come? I'm like, yeah, I'll come. And yeah, so I'm like really lucky that I have him, and I'm also really lucky that I've met a lot of, you know, friends through him. And a lot of his friends that I have met, they actually dorm in my building, and so pretty much when I like go down the elevator or like I walk out of the building, like they'll see me and I'll just be like, hey, what up? So yeah, so I came home from my first weekend of college because I was gonna be hanging out with my best friend Nicole over the weekend, and also my high school had their first football game, and so I was home. I'm like, okay, you know what? My high school has their first football game. I'm gonna go, and so I went there, and you know, all the girls that I cheered with, they were like really happy to see me, and you know, I was telling them about how my first week of college went, and yeah, so being back at that football game as an alumni, I was like, oh my god, like I still remember, you know, cheering on the sidelines and going to perform at halftime. And like the current seniors, like they knew who I was, they saw me, and they're like, oh my god, Jay Hendy, like how's college? And like they were also like really happy to see me. And you know, when people were like, oh my god, like Jay Hendy, like that just kind of felt like I was, you know, back in high school. And yeah, and it just kind of brought me back to like whenever I'd be walking the halls and the people would be like, Jay Hendy, what up? You know, I just missed that a lot. And yeah, because in high school, you know, a lot of people like know, you know, who's who, and you know, their background and stuff like that. And I feel like when you get to college, you know, it's a different environment. Like, you know, you don't know anybody, nobody knows you, nobody knows your story. And so yeah, just like being back at my high school for that football game just kind of brought me back to when I was actually a student there. And yeah, and I also visited my high school again when I came home for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And so when I walked in, one of the security guards knew who I was, and also I walked around and, you know, saw some teachers that I knew, and they were really happy to see me. And, you know, I was telling them about, like, you know, that college is, like, really hard to adjust to, and that I also miss being back here, you know, in high school, and that, you know, it was a lot of fun. And they were like, yeah, like, we get it, like, we know how it feels. So yeah, and also one of the teachers that I saw, I think it was probably like two of my teachers that I saw, I mean, I saw a lot of teachers, but like just one of the two that I saw, they knew about my channel, and they're like, oh, are you still like doing vlogs and stuff? And I told them, like, I haven't really been as active on my channel because, you know, I'm in college and I'm working really hard. And so one of my teachers was like talking to me about like my channel or whatever, and like I think like she was teaching freshmen, I don't know, or sophomores, I'm not sure, but one of like the classmates knew who I was, and they're like, oh my god, like, we watch your videos. And I was like really shocked. And I think when I was there, I think some of the freshmen might have known who I was. I don't know, because I guess they probably heard a lot about me. But yeah, so, and also there was a pep rally at my high school, and it was in one of the gyms. And so I walk in there and I see like a lot of my former classmates that are there. And, you know, when like the pep rally's going on, I'm just like in the gym, and I'm like, oh my god, like 6 months ago I graduated in this very gym. Like, I just couldn't even imagine it. And yes, so when I went back to work for the first time in 6 months, a lot of the employees saw me, and they were like really happy to see me. They're like, oh my god, Julia, you're back. And they're like, how's college? And, you know, I was telling them about college, and that I'm probably thinking about, you know, working when I'm home on the weekends, because I was telling them that I come home on the weekends a lot, and you know, that I'm thinking about working, you know, when I'm home. So, and they're like, oh, like, that's great. And yeah, and my boss was also telling me that he was happy to have me back, and that just like made me feel good about myself. And yeah. And also, I got some really exciting news for you guys. Are you guys ready? Okay, so I got into the film program at my college, and I'm just really, really excited. And I guess if it wasn't for my channel or my passion for filmmaking, I would not be where I am today. And I'm just like really, really happy that my dreams have finally come true. And I just want to say thank you guys for making this happen. And yeah, so okay guys, so that was it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching it, and also just getting to hear about like my college experience and how you know, the first semester went for me. And yeah, adjusting to college life is really hard, but I told myself, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna work with what I've got. And yeah, so anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys aren't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel so that way you guys can become part of the J Fam. And also hit the notification bell as well, so that way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And also follow my social media in the description below. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say here, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Peace.